Hey y'all, it's Brady. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. I am so glad that you are here. I thought today we would just kind of have a chatty video. Now there's the dog. Apparently she wants to talk too. So yeah, there's Mishka. But anyways, hi, hello, welcome. You're kind of falling into a weird video to start with if you are new here, but I'll tell you that we are a family of 4. It is myself, my husband, our 6-year-old, our 3-year-old, plus a crazy dog. So life is crazy busy, just like I'm sure the rest of it is, that life is for the rest of you, but I'm so glad you are here. And if you are returning, hi, I'm gonna just kind of share and chat with you for a minute and let you know how life is going, how school is going, some choices we've made, some things that are going on, and just what life is like around here. So, let's get right into it. So I don't know, I didn't write anything down. Maybe I should have scripted this video a little bit, but I didn't. So we're just sitting in my dining room here, very informal. You can see the water and all my junk, everything and everywhere. So, you know, it is what it is. Okay, so, but anyways, I just thought I'd fill you in, let you know what's going on in life. Okay, so first and foremost, obviously, we are all living in weird pandemic world. So life has been very, very weird. Let's see, mid-March, I think March 13th was the last day that my kids attended, well, that my oldest attended school. They did not put us online. They did not do anything. They gave us like, here's some papers if you'd like to do it, but there was no teacher instruction, nothing. So we just kind of loosely continued with reading and writing and math on our own. And that's just kind of what we rolled with till the end of May. Very loosely. We've been home. You've seen we've ordered our groceries a lot. We've just been trying to stay home. Unfortunately, we did have a death in the family to someone that's very close to us, and I'm not sharing all those details right now. It's still kind of a raw situation, but all of that happened in April, and all of that happened very suddenly. So life has just been very weird and very hard. So also in April, my husband got furloughed from his job, and mid-March at the same time, my college moved us to online only. One of my teachers continued to do like Zoom calls, and so we had class sessions like we normally would, just through Zoom, but that was my anatomy class, so then we obviously couldn't have lab, and it just got very, very, very weird. My psychology teacher, she was just kind of like, here's the notes, take the test, and be done. She didn't hold any classes. She didn't do anything online. Yeah, so that was interesting. Still managed to pull an A out of my intro to psych class, even with her not teaching any further. But that was a relatively like self-explanatory class if you did the reading and looked at her notes. I mean, it wasn't bad. Anatomy, I did make a B. I almost had an A, but ended with a B. And with the way that class ended and the way that teacher was all over the place, I'll take the B. What was my other class? Oh, English 2. So 10-20, English 102, English 2. Depends on where you're at. It's a composition class. Depends on what college you're at of what they're going to call that. Ended with a very, very high B, almost A in that one, which honest to goodness really frustrated me because that teacher seemed to be great, and then things went haywire very quickly. So that was one I was already taking online, and so we just continued to be online only. Didn't really disrupt anything there, but I don't know if life got chaotic for that teacher or what, but it was just very hard. I don't know how else to explain that. I communicated about the death in our family and about everything that was going on, and he was like, yeah, okay, great, I'll work with you, do this, do that. And then when I turned in that, he's like, I don't even know what you're talking about. You should be applying yourself more. And then I reminded him of our conversations and me keeping him posted via email. He was like, oh, I'm so sorry, whatever. And then at the very end, he just reverted back to like he had no clue what I was talking about. So I don't know. I was very thankful to get the B and get the heck out of there, to be quite honest. So I'm glad that's over with. So that being said, I did not take any classes over the summer. We didn't really do much. And then returning to school for my kids has been very up in the air. So my 6-year-old starts first grade this year, and in just about a week or so, she will be starting back to school. We're not having a meet the teacher. I got an email from our teacher, and that's it. So as of right now, they are going in person, traditional with an option for distance learning. But to be quite honest, we've chosen to send her back in person. But I'm very well aware that the situation is ever evolving and that we may end up being forced to do at home without, and distance learning without really a choice. So I don't know how that's going to work. We shall see. And then, so she's going to go, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, I don't know. It's a lot. All of my classes for college for this semester have been pushed online. There were a few that are going to meet at half capacity on campus, but for the most part, everything's going online. And I can do online classes, but I prefer, and part of the reason I chose the school that I did is because it's very close to my home. I really prefer to be in person. That's how I learn best. So it's going to be very interesting. I have chosen to wait and take a math class that I need to take in the spring semester in hopes that maybe I'll get to take that in person, just because math is something I need to be in person for. So we shall see. I am reapplying. Oh, so let's get into that. I didn't even talk about that. So I did find out in end of April, maybe it was the first week of May, that I did not get into the nursing program. Come to find out, there was a class that I didn't know counted that was going to count in the GPA that they calculated. So that totally threw a wrench. All right, so lighting is different. Camera is different. And I'm going to try my best to pick up where we left off, but we'll see how that goes. So, battery died and ran out of storage all on one go with the new camera. So we're just going to go with this. Hopefully this works. You're going to hear the dog in the background and the kids in the background, and I'm running out of time to film, but we're going to go with this. Okay. So, yeah, so I didn't get into the nursing program, found out that English 2 class grade from 10 years ago, 11 years ago now, it was going to count against me. So I had already signed up to retake it. But I found that out after the application period. So honestly, I kind of wasn't even expecting to get in because I knew that changed my GPA. So all of that to say, I did not get in. That's okay. It probably would have been chaotic to try to start nursing school this year anyways. So it's probably all working out for the best. So the plan for this fall is that I have got an intro to sociology class, an intro to theater class, Tennessee history, and microbiology. That's what's planned for this semester. And then, like I said, my 6-year-old is going back in person, but we know that that is an ever-evolving situation. So that could change at any time, and we could be doing everything virtual for a while. I don't know. It seems to be changing at a drop of a hat around here, so I'm sure we're not alone in that. I know lots of school systems are back and forth. Honestly, it took them until about 2 weeks ago to even decide if they were going back in person. And then they had another meeting about it, and we're like, well, we might change our decision. Nope, just kidding. We're still going to go back in person. The first day of school was supposed to be on the day that I'm filming this, which is August 10th. But that didn't happen either, and they let us know 3 days ago that that was not going to happen because they didn't expect so many people to choose distance learning, which is kind of a joke in my opinion. They should have been prepared for that, but I don't know. What can you do? So that's where we're at on that. My husband is back to work. He was furloughed for about 9 weeks, and then he did go back. He has now changed shifts entirely, without that being his choice. So that's fun. So we've been adjusting to that. You've seen more like energy drinks and coffee and all kinds of stuff in halls because of that. And life is just very, very interesting. I don't know. To be quite honest, we're just kind of rolling with it and going and just hoping for the best. Yeah. So there's a lot going on in our, I don't know if it's our extended family or immediate family, however you term that. A lot going on with, like, not within our home, but within the family members very close to us. And so life is just kind of all over the place, kind of unknown. We don't really know what's going to happen week to week. We're just trying to go with it, and hope for the best. So, and all we can do is be positive and just roll with it because there's really no other choice. We kind of went through a negative period. Not kind of. I'll be quite honest. We went through a very negative period about it. But at some point, you have to decide, okay, this is life and we have to deal with it. So let me know. Talk to me in the comments, y'all. What's going on in your lives? You know, how is the pandemic affecting y'all? Is it changing work? Is it changing school? How is it changing it? Whatever you want to share, I want to know. I love getting to know y'all, and really getting to, you know, just create some really cool friendships on here and just getting to know everybody and how y'all are doing. I thank you so much for all your support you've given us, especially as you've seen kind of things are changing and it doesn't really make a lot of sense. You know, I really appreciate that from y'all. I am trying to work on more YouTube videos, and sorry, you're going to hear the dog crunching on food because she decided right now would be her lunchtime. Dogs. She's been laying in her bed solid for like the last hour and a half, and then I decide to film, and she's like, oh, let's get up and eat and make big noise. Okay. So, yeah, lots of projects around the house. If you can see right here. Yeah. So we have a chalk wall in our kitchen here in our dining room, but it is not finished. The baseboards need to be painted. The bathroom needs to be like touched up and kind of repainted. We need to paint the master bedroom and the master bathroom, and just house updates need to be done, and deep cleaning and so much. So, but you know, it's like an ever changing, ever mounting to-do list. So we're just gonna try to do what we can, when we can. What else is going on? I don't know. I'm back. I'll start school in a few weeks. Oh, my youngest is supposed to start preschool this year. She just turned 3. As far as we know, because they go based off of it's not part of the public school system, but they do go, they determine whether or not they're going to go based off what the county is doing. So if the county's out for inclement weather, then they're usually out. If the county had decided to go all virtual learning from the get-go, then we wouldn't have had preschool. So we'll see. It's a very, you know, if you saw the back to school haul, which will probably pop up at the end of this video for you, I'm sure some other video will too. But anyways, so if you haven't seen those, but there's just so much at play with it, but it's still only a 2-day-a-week, like 5-hour-a-day program. So it's nothing intensive. It was just something to get her, you know, kind of used to school and something of her own, and then give me some time to go to class and study. So, you know, if it doesn't happen, it's not the, you know, end of the world. You know, it's not that big of a deal. So we'll just roll with it and see what happens. And I'll kind of try to do my best at keeping y'all updated too. So I think that's everything that I have. Yeah. So let me know how y'all are doing down in the comments down below. Share with me what's going on, how y'all are adapting, or if things aren't really affecting you at all. You know, just let us know. And I will be back with another video very shortly. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you in the next video, and I'd love to talk to you in the comments down below. Like I said, some videos popping up here for you. If you want to check out some recent hauls or other videos we have had going on, those are there for you. But like I said, until next time, bye-bye.